John Miglosh for the International Society for Strategic Marketing and the WDMA. No breaking news in the direct marketing industry this week, so I'm going to revisit the definition. If you remember last week, we talked about Epsilon's definition on their website, which says that direct marketing is marketing products or services directly to the consumers. That's sort of the essence of it. And then they contrast it with mass media over here. And I offered an alternative which said it's not at all about the medium that you use. It's about a heuristic marketing testing system. That's the essence of it all, which uses segmentation and response to progressively learn and improve. Okay, so in my view, it's a system in almost every other definition, and we're going to NMOA this week, so I'm gonna try and set up my camera and see what everyone thinks, and we should have a lot of fun at the meetup. But back to me. So I started thinking, after you do these, you say, what should I have said? And I started thinking about where we did use some mass media to do some direct marketing, and I'll tell you about it now. We worked with the Highlander, and we did all their circulation, and we helped them launch a jewelry catalog, which was very successful by modeling the people who bought jewelry and finding others like them in their customer file. And we also did a sale catalog, and a sale profile is often quite different from a regular buyer. You really don't want to send the sale catalog to your best buyers because you like them to buy it full price, especially 50% off regular prices. Okay. And then we helped them do some more extension with Xena Hercules, if you remember these shows. I mean, this is long ago. But what I wanted to talk about today was that while we were doing this, the Highlander was running across America on TV, I think mainly on cable, but it was, widely distributed. And we were selling the entire video series for like $250, and we got one commercial, so there was no differentiation, just one commercial about how you could get this video series. And the commercial would run while the show was running, in the middle of the show. And our phones would light up and be overwhelmed. We would get, like 1,000 calls in all at the same time. And the rest of the time there'd be nothing. So we had a couple of hundred people, but we couldn't get all 1,000 calls. So what we did was we used the buyer data in our geodemographics, which we have about 200, 300 geodemographic variables by zip code that we built from the census data. And we analyzed where the orders came from. And what we found was that the Highlander was kind of a thinky sci-fi bit, and that zip codes with high graduation rates had the best buying probability. So we applied the zip code model to area code and the secondary numbers, I forget what they're called, and we tested the concept by letting half of the telemarketers get random calls and half the telemarketers use our model, where we would only allow in the highest ranking area code, etc. And we raised the sales 74%. There you go. Now, in this case, it's TV, okay, mass media. But we used the buyer behavior data to find the segments and find the geographies that had the best profile, mainly education and also income. We applied that to the phone system, but did a split test on the inbound calls, and were able to increase sales 74%. So you see, there's a system. We quantified the impact, we verified the results, and it was all mass media. And that's what direct marketing is about. Direct marketing is setting it up right so that you know the value. And that's how you make money with data. You make money by setting up field valid experiments. You have a hypothesis that some places do better than others. We found that to be true. We then applied it, and we made a lot of money. And that's why direct marketing and understanding direct marketing is the most powerful thing that you can do in your marketing department. And virtually no one understands this because direct marketing has been defined as just talking directly with consumers. But if you're selling perfume at a department store and spray it in the air, and the consumer comes along, you're direct, and that's as direct as it gets. So don't tell me that a catalog is direct. It's scattered to the winds, millions of copies. Don't tell me that social media is direct. You have one ad and you throw it on all kinds of other all these different sites. Anyway, so that's the process. That's what I wanted to tell you about today. Direct marketing is the most powerful thing that you can work on. I'm John Miglosh for the WDMA and the International Society for Strategic Marketing.